This is example 3 on Check Understanding 3 on page 19. This is a formula or an equation that has more than one variable in it. And you can see in the textbook that this comes from a diagram of a trapezoid, but for our purposes, we're not so much interested in that, in the diagram, as we are how do we solve an equation with more than one variable for one of those variables. In this case, they want us to solve for B1. And what does it mean to solve for B1? It means isolate B1 on one side of the equal sign. Everything else will be on the other side, and that will be the answer. Okay, B1 is inside parentheses here. So how are we going to get at B1? Right? What are all the things that are with B1 that we need to remove so that B1 is isolated? Well, there's this 1/2, which is multiplying that entire side of the equation. This H, which is multiplying the entire side of the equation. And inside parentheses, B2 is being added to B1. Normally, if you have something that's operating on the entire side of the equation, you should probably take care of that first. So how can we remove this 1/2 from the right-hand side of the equation? If you said divide by 1/2, you're not wrong. However, a better answer is multiply both sides by 2. So let me multiply. 2a equals 2 times 1/2 h parentheses B1 plus B2. By multiplying times 2, the 2 times 1/2, the 2's cancel, and all you're left with is 1. So that's why we always multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal of 1/2, and that will remove that from the right-hand side. But if I multiply the right by 2, I've got to multiply the left by 2. Okay, so now I'm sitting at this step. 2a equals h times B1 plus B2. Okay, I've got to get rid of the h from the right-hand side. How is that h operating on the right-hand side? It is multiplying the quantity B1 plus B2. So what's the inverse or the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. So we will divide both sides by h. So the h's cancel here. And in one step, I'm going to reverse sides. B1 plus B2 equals 2a over h. And you can do that. You can flip sides, especially if you're more comfortable with the variable you're solving for being on the left side, then by all means just switch the sides of the equal sign. The equation still holds. And we're still not done. We're trying to isolate B1. What's with B1 that we need to get rid of? This B2. And how is B2 operating on that side? It's being added to B1. What's the opposite of adding? Subtracting. So on the left-hand side now, we've isolated the B1. On the right-hand side, we have 2a divided by h minus B2. Okay. You should make sure you can follow the example above that and the work. I know that these are more difficult, but these are also the most important kind of equations for us to solve.